Hi again, everybody. Dave Stevens here, joining you from Tampa, Florida, Super Bowl 55, continuing the superstar list of guests that we have. Right now, I'd like to bring in a superstar who he doesn't really need much of an introduction, but he's one of the greatest players in the history of baseball to have ever worn a Mets uniform, a Yankees uniform. We go back way, way, way many years ago when we were teammates in St. Paul. He's adjusting his camera. Darryl Strawberry, do we have you out there, brother? Hello. Straw, are you there?
Can you see me?
There we go. We
Hold on.
got you.
Hold on 1 second. Hold
All
on.
right.
You got me?
There, we got you.
All right. All right.
All
How
right,
you
you're
doing, man?
good. Good, man. Thanks for joining me. Just gave your little introduction, so hopefully your head isn't too big. But as I was talking to everybody, telling everybody about your amazing life, I mean, you were a Met sensation. You won a World Series with them. You won a World Series with the Yankee, and now you're a minister. You've got a book out that we want to plug, so let's pull that up real quick. It's called Turn Your Season Around, How God Transforms Your Life. And there's Straw and me from back in September when we got to catch up again. And Darryl, why another book? What did you need to get this message out? You've written a couple before, you've got your ministry going and everything that has been very successful, a story that most of the media doesn't pick up on. But how have you decided that another book you had in you to write?
Well, I really didn't have it in me. I think it was my wife that encouraged me that, I've written so many books before, but I think she said this is the book that really tells the true story of who you are and, the different things that you're doing, the way ministry is for us and how we helping so many people and loving so many people. I think the media only covered me when I was playing baseball, and then they covered me in my troubles, but they never cover you on the other side of what you're really doing and making a difference in people's lives. So I don't really need any credit for all that. I think the credit is taking place, with what we do as ministers of the gospel, me and my wife, and I get to travel this country 250 times out of the year and speak in a lot of large churches and do a lot of things with addiction too, and people in recovery. Because I have been in recovery for a very long time, and I just love people who are struggling in the nation and who are struggling with anxiety and all these different problems, and they're thinking about picking up alcohol and vaping and drugs that make them feel better. And I try to encourage them never go down that road.
You say recovering. Are you ever completely recovered? I mean, is there always going to be, you've got such faith in God and He's there for you, but are you truly ever recovered, or is it always a constant battle where you need your faith, your friends, and people to help you?
I don't really have any temptations in my life, because I live a different life. I don't live a lifestyle of being an athlete anymore, and I've kind of took the uniform and put it in the trash can, and no longer live as a Met or a Yankee or a Giant or a Dodger. I live as Darryl Strawberry, and I think that's really what's important. And when you could put yourself in a place to live just a normal, simple life for yourself, here in Missouri, St. Louis, where I live, it's the Midwest, and it's just really pleasant to live here. And I just travel from out of here and do what I have to do, go from the next state to the next state, and really try to encourage people. I think that's the most important thing. So I really don't think a lot about the old life, because I don't live on being a baseball player anymore, if I could put it like that.
Well, you seem to be making more of an impact now as a minister than you did as a player. I mean, you sign a few autographs, take a few pictures, but really now you're making an impact in young people's lives, people that have really fallen into hard times. I mean, you have been to hell and back a couple of times. I know we've talked about the struggles before and the things that you went through, going in, down the wrong path and the things that have happened. So I'm just curious, how did you do it? Where did it come from? And when did you finally figure out how you could kick all this?
Well, today I get to have a tremendous impact on people's lives, greater than it was for, like I said before, hitting home runs. The lifestyle of being rich and famous is okay. It's nothing really important about. But who wants to really live that for the rest of their life? That's not really what life is all about. Able to understand where we were created before your time is up, because everyone's going to die, and you just have to understand that you need to make of why you were created. And I've made the purpose, I think, through my trials and tribulations, because of my life was broken. As you see the pictures, my father was an alcoholic, and when he came home for the last time, I was shotgun when I was 14, said the whole family. So I was already broken before I put the uniform on. And I always said my pain, my greatness, but my greatness would eventually lead me to my destructive behavior. And it played out in my life in the public eyes. But I came to a place where I met this wonderful woman, and who's my wife today. We've been married 14 years. We've been together 21 years. She has 21 years in recovery, and she was pulling me out of dope houses and in South Florida, and said God had a plan for your life. And little did I know that my whole life would change, when me and her got together in my ministry, and we became pastors, and we just became different people. And it has elevated us to a whole different level. Like I said, I don't live with the quote unquote celebrity status of being Darryl Strawberry, the baseball player. Most people know me as the man that preaches the gospel of Jesus Christ and love people and help people. So I'm pretty excited about my life every day that I get up. It's no longer about a hangover. It's no longer about wearing a different hat. I just wear one hat, and I get to do what I do.
And you get to travel all over and really make an impact. It's very uplifting to see what you're doing. And again, with you and your wife and the ministry and all these places, like, it's a good thing. And again, I hope more people pick that up and understand what you're doing. And like I said, really get this book, Turn Your Season Around, How God Transforms Your Life. You can get it at Amazon. Sam Cooner is sitting here next to me. I think you said you knocked him off the bestseller list. I mean, did you ever think you would be a bestseller?
Well, my other book, Straw, was a New York Times bestseller, and made the New York Times bestseller. So it did pretty good. But I think this book here is far greater than my other book, because this one really have some real life principles of how I live to follow God's principles and live according to really what's important. I don't live about the hype anymore, and I'm glad I'm not living in the hype. I'm glad I'm living in the reality of life, and knowing that life is not long, it's not forever. So make the best out of it while you have a chance.
Apologies there. Darryl's signal conked out just for a second. Hopefully we got you there. Okay, it clicked back in. So,
Am I back?
Straw, I know you. Yeah, you're back. So, you and I go way back from our St. Paul Saints days when, you were on your way up, and I was kind of just trying to figure out my way, and our paths kind of crossed, and we've had this unusual, big guy, little guy kind of relationship. But, we talked about a lot of things. You were going through so much in those days, and people just, there's those critics that say, "Oh, Darryl, you're full of bull, and you're using this God thing as an excuse for us to forgive you." But it's genuine, and I think that's what people hate, is when people can turn their lives around, find God, find that faith. They want to knock you down. They want to be cynics, and it's like, they compare you to Dwight, but your life has gone great, and you're doing great things, especially for the youth, and you had your rehab clinics, and I just wonder if you feel like you're constantly battling those critics.
Don't worry about the critics, because I remember when I started this like 18 years ago, they said, let's see how long this will last. Well, it's been 18 years I've been in ministry, and I've had treatment centers, and I've done a lot of great things to help a lot of people. So the critics will always be there no matter what you do. You got to understand, I'm not doing this to say, hey, look at me. I'm doing this because people are hurting, people are suffering, people need to know that God is real, and he changed my life 18 years ago, when my wife led me back to the Lord and stuff like that. I just been able to do things outside of baseball. And of course, our relationship, me and you, is just a powerful relationship of the time that we had together and the friendship that we developed. I remember most people saying, "Oh, yeah, why is he hanging around you?" I said, because he's just everybody else, and they thought, well, you were hanging just to get notoriety, but you really wasn't. You inspired me. I mean, me seeing you out there just giving me the inspiration to just keep going forward no matter what the battles are, because we all got some battles that we have to deal with and have to overcome. So I'm grateful for our friendship, regardless of what the critics may think and what they have to say. It's not about that. You know, God gives us a short window of time to have a relationship with wonderful people. I take the wonderful people over those that are criticizing people.
Well, since I'm short, all my time is short, and I know yours is, and I want to thank you for being here with me. And how has COVID been different for you? I mean, I know you like to get out and meet people, hug people, and see them. This has got to have been a challenge.
It's been a great challenge, but it's been one of those situations where everybody's been stuck. Nobody's been able to go anywhere. Nobody's been able to do anything, and I've been able to do everything across, like we're doing right now on Zoom or live, and being able to bring hope and faith to a lot of people. I've done a lot of calls, with people struggling with recoveries, with a lot of centers and stuff like that, and just to encourage people, connect with the people online and everything, and don't go back out and pick up and use. And just because the times are different, and it's going to be different for a very long time. And people say, well, things are going to get better. No, this is not going to get better. It is where we're headed. We're headed into the darkness of the darkness, and we see the brokenness of people. We see the lawlessness, and we see how real it is. It's clear to us that it's here, and you just got to be the best that you can each day to encourage somebody and help somebody else, and tell them that God has great love for them and great plans for them.
Well, since I'm here in your old stomping grounds of Tampa, and you're not here, do you have a favorite? Are you looking because, hey, Brady is closer to our age, or are you going with the kid Mahomes that's just kind of in your backyard that you kind of watched grow and mature? I mean, you got a favorite, or you just think it's going to be a great game?
I'm going with each one of them. I like them both. I like them both. Like I said, I don't follow sports a lot anymore, but when it comes to this time and the Super Bowl, I look at the kid. He's just phenomenal, and he's got a gift, and he understands it. And you look at that and you applaud him, and you see the old crafty veteran who just continue to shut people up, because of his experience and what he's done, and the level he's been able to play at all these years. And winning is just a part of who he is, and the kid is coming along, and he won his first Super Bowl last year. So I just like him. I like each one of them. I just like whatever they're going to do, whoever's going to win. It's going to come down to, whoever has control of the football game and probably not turning the ball over.
All right. So how do people follow your ministries? How do they follow you on social media? I know how to do it, but let's get those people out there that don't. Us old men that have to do social media,
I know we have to do social media these days. I'm not one of my favorites, but yes, of course, my ministry is findingyourway.com. One word, findingyourway.com. And my other social media is on that, and I'm on Facebook, Darryl Straw. So you can find me on there. I'm going to always be putting out positive affirmations about life, and encouraging people, to be the best that you can be, because life is not long. It's very short, and we all need to try to make the best out of it.
Are you going to get on TikTok and do some dancing and do some crazy things or anything like that?
No TikTok, man. We do the robot.
Yeah, that's
no TikTok. I know everybody's on that. I mean, I don't really get on those kind of social media outlets, because that's really not important to me. I think I kind of stay focused on what's important daily, and I have a daily routine where I get up and I do my worship, and then I get up and I just step into having conversations with real people, and really trying to encourage people and help people.
Baseball legend Darryl Strawberry joining me, and thanks, Straw. It's always good to catch up, and I'm so glad we got to see each other this year. You came out to our camp. We had our gear stolen, and you came out and raised the spirits of the kids, and we had things donated to us, and God works well. And if you could just leave our listeners and viewers with your message, what you like to tell people, and leave them with a tangible way to change their life and to become just like you.
To say people like you are the best, and to be able to have a friendship with you is dear to my heart, and I thank God for it. I think the most important thing is just and knowing who you are, but who you can be in the supernatural, and the purpose of your life is far greater than anything that we achieve from an earthly standpoint. And I think so many people get consumed with the earthly standpoint things, and they're going to pass away. And then who are you? At the end of the day, you're going to have to meet God one day. And what do you want him to say to you? Well done, my good and faithful servant. There were many trials and tribulations, but you endured them all, and you came on the other side, and you did wonderful things to help so many people. So many of us have the ability to help so many people, but we got egos pushed away and put our easing God out.
That's awesome, and that's amazing because people still love you, and it's awesome that you're still here with us and doing the things that you're doing. My friends that find out, they still say you had the sweetest natural swing in the history of baseball, just flawless, just flawless. And now you're doing that swing on the golf course, right? I see on the golf course all the time.
Well, it's not that sweet on the golf course, but thanks for all the wonderful fans and those that love my swing. I just really appreciated that I had the opportunity to play at such a high level and be able to do some great things. But my life is so much greater now than it was when I was a baseball player.
Well, keep it up. I know you're going to get on with my buddy Sam Coonert in a couple minutes, but Straw, take care. Give your best to the wife, and hope DJ and everybody's out there doing their thing, and because you've got so many beautiful kids doing a lot of things out there as well.
Well, thank you, brother, man. It's always good to see you, man. Love you, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Darryl Strawberry joining us. Thank you, Straw. Dave Stevens here at Radio Row at the Super Bowl. Man, that guy is pretty cool. Just to be able to know him again, I feel like Forrest Gump because I have all these friends and people that have been a part of my life, and the support and the love that we have for all of our viewers and listeners and our sponsors like the Disability Channel, with some great job opportunities with Anna Maria Blivens. If you go to the Disability Channel and go to our website at thedisabilitychannel.ca, you can see everything that they're doing, all of the things that help you get a job. If you want to do that, that's what they're doing: broadcasting, teaching, showing things. And of course, Ability Media from Quinnipiac University, where we're starting Ability Media, which is an opportunity for kids to learn how to become journalists in TV, doing cameras, being on air, all those kind of things with Dean Roush at Quinnipiac. We're really excited, and I'm so excited to be a part of that. And for those old people, like I'm 55 and I just turned 55, we would love to invite you to watch Ali Plus TV. Watch Ali Plus TV. Great programming stuff for 55 and over. We got shows coming up that I'm going to be hosting called The Boomer Connection. So look for those stations and networks all supporting me here at the Super Bowl. So continue to watch us. David Keckner coming up. We're still waiting for JB Smoove. He had to tape something with Conan O'Brien. So take care, everybody. We'll see you later today. Don't forget, Dave Stevens. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, and all of the stuff. So take care, everybody. We'll see you in a little bit. Like I said, JB Smoove coming up. I hope he doesn't cancel again. We'll see you.